Wonderful. I hope you finding your space in the beginning of preparation for a start. And just a moment here to find your comfortable sitting, eyes gently closed, and allow your palms here to turn up, resting on top of your lap. And simply taking this moment here just to slow down your breath. Sensing the thoughts, the thinking mind. And then returning again to this ever-changing breath. Either at the focus at the tip of your nose, or maybe your navel center, your belly. As these two targets are a beautiful spot for us to paying attention. And before we begin today, I'd like you to finding the intention, whatever way to serve you today. The intention for joining us together for the practice, right here, right now. Maybe honoring ourselves here with the attitude of gratitude. What am I grateful for at this moment, right now? As we're developing practice of gratitude, we're actually rewiring our brain. And that stimulate the heart space and changing that molecule of the brain. A simple question, what am I grateful for right here, right now, at this moment? Together, we're deepening our breath here by the first inhalation, controlling your breath from the belly. Deep inhaling towards your upper chest. More inhalation to bring up towards the top of your crown. Pause, retain the breath. Exhale, allow the breath here to release, drawing your air downward, all the way down to your navel center. And again, pause for a second, retain the breath. Effortlessly relax your belly. Deepening your second round of your inhalation as we bring the full breath up from the belly to the chest. More breath here to bring up from the chest all the way to the top of your head. Now pause, retain the breath here. A moment of stopping, pausing. And allow the exhalation to release, deepening your breath. Fully let go. Again, pause again after exhalation, listening deeply. One more last round. Inhalation from the belly to bring the full breath up. Upper chest. If you run out of breath, another inhalation to bring up to the top of your crown. Now pause, retain the breath. Exhale, releasing the full breath out. Finding the movement to release, let go. One last pause, retain the breath here. And release gently, returning to your natural breath. Beautiful. We'll bring the palms together into the heart center. Drawing each fingertips here right in front of your heart, and still creating a little gap between the palms, allowing the heart space to flow through into the hands. We're sensing the left palm, where is the feminine side of us, the energy of softness, feminine, intuitive. And sensing the right palm is someone that you love dearly holding your hand. We're gently rubbing the hands, creating a little friction, warmth, energy. And I'd like you to intuitively place your palms to any parts of your body that needs healing from. Could be your heart center, could be your crown, could be any part of your body that needs a little bit of more energy and warmth. Beautiful. And gently releasing your hands, swaying your arms up high as you interlace the fingers. We're going to turn the palms up, lengthening the elbows and gaze up. Beautiful. And exhale, releasing the hands back and down. Take a moment here to rise up. We're going to find in tabletop. So as we come to tabletop here, spread the fingertips wide and allow your heels here to relax. So a moment here, we're going to gently wiggle side to side, finding a gentle movement, maybe a rounding sensation to find your shoulders, your hip. And just finding this intuitive opening here to rolling the whole body from the shoulders to the hips. Beautiful. Finding a gentle stillness here for a moment, placing your palms down, spread the fingertips wide under your shoulders, checking your knees, open them shoulder width apart under the hips. We're going to let go of your heels. Now from here, as you inhale, we're going to bring this first cat stretch. So start to pulling your belly downward, lift your tailbone, and lift up your chest, your chin. Hold here for a moment. Good, and allow the exhalation here to slowly drawing your chin to your throat and rounding the back, tailbone folding in. Crown of the head face down and gazing into your chest, so close down the eyes. Inhale again to returning to a cow pose, sensing the tailbone, lift up your heart center, and exhale, bring the chin in, rounding the back, tailbone fold. One more last round here, finding a nice cat stretch. As we return to tabletop, walking the palms away to top of your mat, make sure you have enough space. Now we're going to tuck in the toes down and sit your hip all the way down to the back of the heels. Now extending your arms away. So we're creating a little space here for the belly to rest forward onto the ground if you can touch. Otherwise, we're going to extend the chin, extend the spine. And just keep contracting and stressing onto your toes. Spread the toes as wide as you can. Palms pressed down to the earth. One more full breath here, through the belly. Beautiful, and gently rise back up. Now we're going to open the palms wider and tucking your toes again and rolling your hip up high, finding your first downward facing dog. As we come up here, just taking your time to rolling the hips, bending the knees and walking your dog, your feet. We're just checking the palms here, middle finger facing forward and creating this arch of your index finger and your thumb finger. Make sure they create this little arch here we can press downward to. Almost like an L shape. Beautiful, and pressing onto your pinky fingers as well to create this nice arch in between. So we're going to find a nice stillness. Gazing backward, finding your heels shoulder width apart. Beautiful, and from here, gently, we're going to stroll your right foot upward towards the sky, opening towards the sky, finding your three-legged dog. Good, and just a moment here, you can bend the knee and spread your right foot outside your left hip, finding Three-legged dog stretch, gazing onto your right side of your chest. Wonderful, and gently let go of your right foot, step down. Changing direction here, drawing your left foot up high as you gaze towards your chest. Maybe bending the knee, drawing your left foot outside your right hip. Three-legged dog. Beautiful, and gently let go of your left foot, step down. Now from here, finding high plank, shifting your shoulders above your palms. And checking the elbows here to turn inward in front of your chest. Lower your hip, lower down a bit more, tucking the toes under. Good, inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, we're gonna lower your heels back and down to find downward dog. Wonderful, again, inhale, shift forward, finding high plank. Stressing out to your beautiful toes. Exhale, lowering back and down to the heels, down dog. One more last round. Inhale, strong arms, gazing downward towards the space between the palms. Exhale, heels down. Wonderful, and come back here, finding downward facing dog. And just a moment here to shake around, again to find a gentle movement along the hips, toes. A little bit of rolling side to side. Good, once you find in the space here, just taking a moment, we're gonna draw your left knee down. So bend your left knee down and place your left palm in front of your left knee. Now bring your right foot, step behind your left foot, and start to swing your right arm, let go from the floor, and just gently to rise up as you gaze back. Come to a side stretch here. Keep your back foot 45 degrees placed down. Beautiful, and sending your right arm now towards the back of your head. Wonderful, and gently let go of your right palm, back down, finding your both knees. Wonderful, we're gonna come up again, tucking the toes, downward facing dog to rise up. As we come back up here, this time we're gonna draw your right knee down, and sending your left foot behind your right foot, turning your way onto the left side, opening your left arm towards the sky, finding this slightly balance onto the back of your foot. Maybe sending your left arm away in front of your head, above the crown. Good, and gently turn back here to find tabletop. Wonderful. Now, so from here, we're gonna open the knees wide and drawing your heels together and just giving yourself a moment here to extend your arms away from you. Start to drawing your chest onto the ground if you can reach. And just finding Anahasana, melting your heart down towards the heart space. Maybe keep your heels, relax your hip up. Maybe drawing your chin downward. Beautiful, wonderful breath here. And then gently come back here, bring your palms back next to your shoulders. And we're gonna roll ourselves back up to tabletop. Good, and from here, place your palms now to top of your mat again, tucking the toes. And we're gonna rise up here slowly, finding downward facing dog. Walking your hands to find your feet. Gently walking your hands towards your feet direction. As you're here, just give yourself a moment to bring your hands behind your knees, maybe hands onto your elbows. So we're gonna lock in the hands and your belly together and let go of your head. And gently side to side, a little wiggle. Grounding the feet, shoulder width apart. Beautiful, and gently you're gonna let go of your arms forward and just simply dangling to come up to your standing. Take yourself a moment here to return to your standing. As we come back to standing here, we're just gonna roll the shoulders a couple times. Join the shoulders upward and back, exhale. Good. Again, today we're just gonna bring in some groundingness and supportive movement into our practice. So allow you to bring your heels shoulder width apart. And then sending your arms just from the left side first. So drawing your hands forward and swinging side to the left. Exhale to the right. Again, left and exhale. So taking your knees, slightly micro bend if you need to. And just allow your arms here to swing freely. In this way, we can really free that tension, stress along the shoulders and the chest group muscles to really fully find a release. So again, soften the jaw, soften the face, and just allow this side-to-side movement to be as natural, as comfortable, as grounding as you could feel. And just a couple more rounds here. A very easy twisting side to side. Good, and from here, we're going to finding stillness. Join the heels a bit closer now, shoulder width apart. And then allow your arms to raise up as you inhale, gazing up towards the sky. Exhale, bending the knees and slowly drawing your air out. Breathe out through your mouth. Inhale again to reach up high towards the sky. Exhale, bend the knees and sending your arms back as you sigh out. Good, take your moment, inhale, opening. Exhale, releasing. And this series of opening and releasing is to encourage, to stimulate our breath and to really boosting that blood circulation inside of our body. Continuing here, 2 more rounds. Inhale, reach, exhale, sigh out. One more last round. Beautiful, inhale, reaching the arms up high. Pull the belly into the spine. Pause for a moment, ground your feet. And exhale, releasing the arms back down. Good, and just drawing your heels together a bit closer to standing mountain pose, Tadasana. Allow your palms to turn forward, shoulder rolling back. And relax the neck by swaying side to side to find the center of your spine. Good, and just finding stillness here back now. Bring your chin slightly tucking into your throat. Eyes gently closed for a moment. And allow you to sensing the back of your spine from the top of your crown is a straight line. The top of the crown rooting down to the back of your neck as if a straight line growing downward towards your spine. And sensing this rooting as if we are a tree standing on earth. Sensing your feet. Beautiful. And gently open the eyes. Today we'll be walking through moon cycle, moon salutation, as tonight is a full moon. So we are encouraging more grounding sequence today instead of evaporating, instead of too fast. So allow you to bring yourself to sideways and make sure your mat is on sideways so we're coming to the right side. So for today's sequence, we're going to move from the right side with all the standing poses to the left side as half cycle. And then from the left side, we'll move back eventually to the right side as the moon is going to face us as our body as well. So come to the right side once you're ready. Heels shoulder width apart. And then we'll bring your palms all the way upward, clasp your hands together. Good, and then just finding this long spine stretch. Once you're ready, we're going to gently bending over to the right side. And then coming back, inhale. Exhale to the left side. Back, inhale. Beautiful, and from here, we're going to open the elbows to the side and step your left foot a bit wider to goddess pose. Good, and from here, inhale, lengthening the hands. Exhale, gentle back bending, opening the elbows, maybe side out, if that feels right for you. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, big exhalation. Inhale, opening again. Exhale. Beautiful, inhale, reach the arms back above the crown. Now we're going to turn your left foot to the side. So preparing for triangle pose. Left foot to the side, your right foot facing forward. Now hands rolling down. We're going to bring your left arm rolling forward. And finding your right hip here comfortable. And then gently let go of your left hand onto your knee, maybe the back of your calf muscles. For those of you who are very flexible, you can bring your left hand onto the ground or maybe finding your toes. Now right arm can rest around your right hip crease or maybe opening to find a straight line from the top of your hand to the bottom of your hand. Now checking the back foot, grounding down into the back of your root, especially your heel. And finding this deep stretch onto the front of your leg, Trikonasana. Beautiful. And from here, we'll gently reverse your arms to support you to come back. Now bring your hands onto your hip joint, and then we're going to turn your weight onto the forward direction. Make sure the back foot here step forward a little bit closer so our toes are facing the same direction. Okay, so from here, we're going to draw in your weight forward, chest onto your knee. And just a moment here to pause in the center of the spine. For those of you who like to support your hands onto the hips, that's great. Otherwise, you can lower your hands down to find the floor onto your fingertips. Ground the back foot again as you inhale, extending your chin. Exhale, ground the back foot as you roll forward, your nose to your knee. Pyramid pose. And now sensing this burning, stretching sensation onto your front of your leg. One more breath here. Beautiful, and gently we're going to roll your chin upward, come back to the center of your spine, bending the front knee. And we're going to drop your back knee down onto low lunge. Relax the back heel. So checking the front knee here, bend it in front of your chest. And now bring your arms up high, clasp your hands together. Salute to the moon. Taking a couple breaths here, either you like to find a gentle lower back bending, or maybe just keep your gazing towards the hands or maybe forward to find this long spine. One more breath here. A slow rising, saluting to the moon, going through the phases of our life. The cycle. Beautiful, and gently you're going to bring your hands down to the floor and supporting our weight onto the left foot as you turn forward to the side way. Now, stretching your right leg. It could be a little bit complex here. Just make sure your right leg is stretched or maybe bending forward. It's okay to have a little bend if you are not feeling comfortable. Now, as we're lowering down, you can also find a bit more deeper stretch by bringing your hands lowering down to the floor, or maybe just stay where you are. Okay, now we're going to send in your weight onto the right side. So start to bend your right foot and then come up to the other side. Again, extending your left leg. In just a moment here, pausing, maybe bending the knee, or maybe lower your right heel down and stay low. Wonderful, and then gently we're going to turn ourselves to the right direction. Bring your hands next to your right foot, and then draw your left foot down to low lunge. Checking the front knee bended, arms reach up high, clasp your hands. Again, we're returning, saluting the moon onto the other side. We're taking a couple breaths here. Either you like to bend back to find your back bending, or lengthening the elbows, gazing forward to find that variation that serves you today. One more breath. Beautiful, and gently lower your hands back and down, supporting yourself. Now from here, we're going to tuck the back toes, lift your back knee. So finding pyramid pose by stepping the back foot a bit closer towards the front foot. Toes pointing the same direction to the front. Now soften the knees. We're going to gently bring your hands back to your hip bones. Now lengthening and stretch the front knee. And reset again. We're going to roll forward. You're starting to lowering down to your own degree to find pyramid pose. One more breath here. Maybe your hands can lower down to support you next to your foot. We reverse back. Maybe gazing up, maybe gazing down. One more breath here. Slowly, steady breath. Beautiful. As we return, soften the bending front knee. And then reverse your arms back to opening the elbows to goddess pose. Bend the knees down. Inhale here, reaching the arms up high. Exhale, sigh. Inhale to rise your breath up. Exhale, let go. One more goddess pose here. Beautiful. Inhale, reaching the arms up high. Clasp your hands. Now we're going to step your right foot to join the left foot together. So onto the left side. Beautiful. And from here, bending onto your right side to find the banana shape, stretching. Inhale, come back to the center. Exhale, stretching to the left side. Inhale, back to the center. Now hands return to the heart center. Welcome back to the left side, which is the moon side, our left side. And I'd like to close down the eyes for a moment, just tapping into this awareness of how you're feeling with your left side of the body. Perhaps your left palm, perhaps your left foot. And just drawing our attention to this feminine side of us, as we all have. Whether you are male or you're female, doesn't matter. We have this beautiful, intuitive, feminine energy inside of us. And having a moment here to honoring ourselves, have this quality of softness. Wonderful. And then from here, we're going to go through the half cycle of the moon sequence. Now when you're ready, step your feet down, heels either closed or open together, open slightly. Now arms stretch up high, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, we're going to bend into the left side. Inhale, come back to the center. Exhale to the right. Inhale, come back to the center. Beautiful. We're going to step your right foot really far away so we can lower down to goddess pose. Inhale here, reaching the arms up. Exhale, bending back if you have space. 2 more rounds here. Your own goddess pose. Beautiful. Inhale, reaching the arms up high. We're going to turn your right foot forward here to the side and checking your left foot, grounding down. So we're going to change in direction, hands down. And take a moment here, we're going to lower down to triangle pose. When you're ready, roll your right arm forward. Right hand down, left arm all the way up. And just stabilize the back foot here, checking the heels are in a straight line. Not too wide, not too narrow. Wonderful. And from here, reverse your arms back. Now bring your hands onto your hip and turning our weight onto the forward direction. So we're going to step your left foot a little bit closer to prepare ourselves to pyramid pose. Once you're here, grounding the heels down, opening the chest. Exhale, we're going to rolling forward, drawing your chest slowly to meet the front. Whether you are in halfway, that's absolutely fine, beautiful. Or maybe you like to challenge your hands to lowering down to create more space into your deeper stretch. One more breath. Beautiful. And from here, bending the front knee. And we're going to step your left knee down as well to find low lunge. Now arms reach up high, opening the arms. Gentle back bending and taking a couple breaths here with you. Saluting again to the different direction of the full moon cycle. Going through the phases. As tonight we're shaping into the fullest. And then gently lowering your hands back and down. Taking a moment, shifting your way onto the right heel, extending your left foot. And then walking your hands to the center, sending your weight onto the left foot, extending your right foot. Good, and you know what to do. We're going to turn your weight onto the left side. Bending the back knee, drop the knee down, drop the heel. Arms reach up high and taking 3 breaths here. Either open your arms or clasp your hands, finding a gentle back bending. Noticing the abdominal muscles here gently lifting, the back slightly bending, the front of your groin stretching. Beautiful, and gently lowering your hands down. Now from here, we're going to come up to your back toes and then gently come back up to pyramid pose. Checking your toes facing forward. Now hands could be simply just stay where you are on the floor, or maybe you like to come up a bit more onto your hips. Settle in, inhale, step your foot down, toes pointing forward, and exhale, lowering down again. One more breath here. Beautiful, and gently, you're going to bring your left hand lowering down onto your toes, your left heel, and maybe step your right foot a little bit further away to prepare yourself into your triangle pose. Make sure your right hip here starts to open and lift up towards the ceiling. Right arm opening towards the sky. Step onto the back foot a bit more firmer so we don't lose the balance. One One more breath here. We're almost there. Good, and gently reverse your hands and finding your goddess pose, bending your knees down, and cactus pose. 2 more breaths here. Inhale to open and receive. Exhale to let go. One more time. Beautiful. Inhale, reaching the arms up high, lengthen the legs. Now we're going to hop your left foot to join the right foot. Come to the right side. Inhale, opening, lengthen the spine. Exhale, we're going to bending over to the right side. Come back to the center as you inhale. Exhale to the left. And back to the center. Inhale, lowering your hands back down to find your heart center. And just a moment here to tuning and dropping into your inner landscape. Sensing the merging from the right, our masculine side, uniting with our left, feminine side. Through these phases of the cycle practice that is grounding, energizing. And releasing the hands. A moment here to open the heels a bit wider so we can just balancing onto our feet for a moment without having to perform or going forward in any posture, just standing. And allow you to close down the eyes, allow your hands to naturally fold. Shoulder drawing back, visualizing this long straight line, rooting down from the top of your crown, through the back, the neck, spine, hip bones, all the way down, below of your feet. Sensing the soles of your feet. Sensing your fingertips. Perhaps slightly tingling, warming, cooling. Noticing your breath here still rising and falling. Wonderful, and we'll come back here to practice the next balancing standing poses. So if you like to open your eyes, just finding your heels joined together and come to the center of your mat so you have more space to stand onto. Now as we come to the standing, we're going to place your force onto your left foot first and then start to bending onto your right knee. Either supporting your hands onto your right knee or maybe onto your hip bone here to find your balance today. Maybe you're finding this moment a little bit rigid. You're welcome to sending a little movement, sending your right hip away. A little circle, maybe forward and back to create a gentle dynamic movement. And just to explore one side of your balance. Maybe swing your arms to creating a little bit more flow within your own energy. Beautiful. And once we're here, I would like you to lift your right knee up. Place your right hand onto your right heel and gently place onto your tree. So your tree today onto your left foot. It could be your left leg of your left groin, maybe lower down, or maybe even just next to your ankle. That's absolutely fine. Wherever you are, I would like you to grounding again onto the left foot. Visualizing yourself as a tree. Now arms reaching up high to find Namaste hand gesture prayer pose. Maybe bring your hands back to your heart center so we can feel more grounding. Beautiful. With your gazing, one point is somewhere in front of you or on the ground. Just like one dot that we're gazing onto. That could be very intense. But that is how we train this concentration. This one-pointness concentration. Beautiful. And from here, allow you to gently drawing your hands, opening to the side. And then place your right hand on top of your right knee. Swaying your left arm above, or maybe a little bit more towards the right side. Just a little challenge here. Good, and gently releasing the hands. Guiding your right knee forward and release. Beautiful, and shake it out side to side. Your heels, your wrist, just having a little bit of shake off. Alright, so we're going to find the other side of the balance today. Now, we're going to grab your right toes and finding the triangle of your right foot as you grip down first and then landing your toes down towards the earth. Finding your left foot here, lift up and giving yourself a moment here either in stillness or you like to opening towards the side or maybe sending your arms away into your intuitive, bouncing, flowing dance. So circulating the energy when sometimes we don't feel like to be in a very rigid pose. It's really nice to feel that expressive body and explore that space as well. Wonderful, and now we're going to bring your hands back onto your hip bones and take a moment here to draw your left hand onto your heel, finding your tree pose. Again, you can find a small, middle, or big tree. Wherever you are, grounding onto your right foot. Keep your left knee here extended to the side. Very importantly is to draw your chest forward instead of turning, tilting. Alright, so we're going to turn your chest forward. Hands again, inviting upward above the crown. Or maybe down to your prayer. Maybe challenging pose, bring your arms opening, drawing your left hand on top of your left knee, and swaying your right arm to test your balance today. One more breath here. Beautiful tree, everyone. Okay, and gently release. Guiding your left knee forward. And gently release. And shake it out side to side. A little shaking with your hands, your hips, your knees. And maybe a nice side out as well. Beautiful. And from here, I'd like to draw your heels together now. And then we're going to bring your arms up high, lengthen on your exhalation, bring your hands back and down. And just allow these hands folding onto the floor. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, drawing your chest down into your belly, into your knee. And just hang out here for a moment into this lower sensation of your gravity. Maybe swaying your arms side to side. Maybe bring your hands onto your elbows and just allowing your upper body here to dangle. Left, right, forward and back. Good, and gently we're going to bring your hands forward. Tuck your toes and lowering down onto your heels. So we're coming down almost to like a squat position and tuck your toes. Okay, so let's open the heels a bit wider from here. And as we here, I'd like you to bring your hands together, stretching forward. And then return back to the heart center. Inhale here, I'd like you to push your elbows onto the inside of your knee. So maybe if you can, we can lower the heels down to find that stability. Heels down and pushing your elbows onto the space of your inner knee. And lengthen the spine. Good, and exhale, extending your arms forward, clasp your hands, tuck your chin in. Returning, inhale, pushing the elbows onto the side of the hip, lengthen the spine. And exhale, extending forward. One more round here, inhale, return to your prayer. Sit as tall as you can, grounding your heels. Exhale, extending and tuck your chin into the throat. Beautiful, and gently releasing back to the prayer. And lowering your hands down to the floor. Allow you to lower your right knee down onto the floor as well. See if you can just simply sit onto your right heel or maybe sit down if you have that capacity. Otherwise, just sit onto your right heel, that's absolutely fine. And then we're going to bring your left foot a bit closer towards your right knee. And then tap your right hand down onto your right thigh and pushing your left knee away towards the right direction. Now inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, we're going to twist over to the left side. So you're gazing onto the left side here to really find that abdominal muscles into the twist, into the cleansing. One more breath here. Relax the shoulders as well. Good, and gently come back to the center, changing direction. Now drawing your left knee down. Either you like to sit down onto your back foot and bend your right knee if there's a capacity. Otherwise, come up to your heel and just drawing your right foot a bit closer. Now left hand onto your bending knee. Now right hand here, we're just gonna pushing your right knee away onto the left side. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. We're gonna gaze to the right side. Soften the left shoulder. And breathe into your abdominal muscles here, into your twist for a deeper cleansing. One more final breath here. Good, and gently untwist, come back to the center. Bring your both feet onto your toes. So we're gonna finding the heels together and standing onto your toes, hands onto your thighs. So we're just testing how are we going with our both sides of the balance. Maybe you like to close down the eyes to challenge yourself to see where you are today. And it's very normal that we are shaking and wobbling from either side. Good, and from here, we're gonna gently just let go of your heels down towards the back and sit down onto the floor, letting go of your legs, extended forward. So everyone lowering down to your sitting. And we go side to side to find the neutral spine of your sit bone as well. Heels together. Let go of the bending knee. Relax the calf muscles. Now arms reaching up high, joining your thumb fingers together above the crown. Grounding the calf muscles, tuck your toes up. And exhale, pull the belly in. We're going to extend forward to find your forward fold bending. Now hands could be onto your feet, could be your toes. Or maybe just surrendering your hands onto the floor. And just allow a few more moments here, resting without any pulling or forcing. Good, and gently returning, walking your hands back. As we are back here, just give yourself a moment to bring your heels, your hip a bit closer so we can lay back down. Before we lay back down, I'll allow you to coming down slowly onto your lower back, middle back, upper back, and then finding this neutral spine that is straight and long. Okay, now we go side to side, bringing your both heels together. So we're gonna finding a little force here. Now bring your heels just slightly 30 centimeters away. And then see if you can bring your hands forward together, collapse your hands or stretch forward. Now see if you can bring your chest, your chin slightly towards your heels as you gaze forward. So we are stimulating the belly here, your navel center. Good. One more breath here and allow the exhalation to gently let go of the heels, the spine. And allow your palms to turn to the side, open the heels wide. And just resting, simply resting. And taking a moment, if you like to bring your final knees to your chest, to rocking onto your back, please do. Otherwise, you can also come up to your bridge pose, or if you like to practice shoulder stand, just making yourselves in a safe space for your final long stretch. Could be your knees to the side for your twist. And just be creative with your final position. And maybe is simply resting in Shavasana. And just listening to your own body here as our own teacher guiding us the path we're walking towards. Whether it's resting or balancing, and just simply surrender to that knowledge the wisdom that our inner teacher is calling. Finding your final last breath if you're still in your final practice. And just allow the exhalation here to let go your posture, to lowering down into your final Shavasana. The realization pose is a pose that you feel the most connected to. Could be bending the knees, could be putting your knees against the wall, or maybe you like to prepare yourself in a very supportive way with your bolster, cushion, blanket. And once we're resting in the final position here, just allowing the thoughts here to drift away and grounding your presence to be here and now. At this moment, there's no story making up for the future. There wasn't any holding for the events that happened in the past. Simply an invitation to drop in to here and now. Here and now is a space, is a time that is beyond and beyond. And there's no measure. Here and now is infinite, it's eternal. There's beyond time, beyond space. And how can we cultivate our presence is by observing, listening deeply. Paying attention. Paying attention. And allow a moment here to gently bring our awareness back to this beautiful physical body. Sensing each tingling sensation, contraction, expansion. Noticing you're contemplating with your mind and just allowing this breath to return as well. This breath of opening to receive, the breath of closing to release. And taking your time, we're gently finding your final waking up position. You like to bring your knees to one side or gentle rocking forward and back, creating a gentle movement. If today you have more time, you like to stay in your own space, you're welcome to as well. And we're just coming together to close off our final sitting practice. So as we come back to Sukhasana, easy pose, just allow your arms, your hands to fall on top of your lap naturally. Turn your palms up towards the ceiling, grounding your seat. And noticing your shoulders have tendency to join forward. We're going to bring the shoulders back and lift up your heart center. So we feel more spacious, we feel more open. We're closing your index finger here. Join your both index finger onto the root of your thumb finger. And then allow your middle finger and your index finger here to press onto the tip of your thumb finger. And extend the pinky forward into this mudra gesture as a heart mudra. The heart mudra. And again, we're returning to that intention that we set before the practice today, whether it's your gratitude practice or any intention that you set today. Return to that space. And simply cultivating this moment of silence, a moment of raindrops, observing the nature of change, the cycles of seasons, the cycles of the moon. As we are part of nature, it's really simple and it's really a blessing that we are honored to experience the cycle of moon, the cycle of life force, the cycle of nature. So whether you're feeling a bit vulnerable, emotional, or energizing, happy, blissful, just knowing that we are part of this nature in its change cycle. And honoring this moment as it is. Honoring this moment as they are. Releasing the mudra and bringing the palms back to the heart center. And still cultivating a little space for your both hands to receive. For your earning, your calling, your intention, your softness, your heart space to enter into your hands. And knowing that we have both sides. We have the feminine, we have the masculine. And we're bringing these two into one. We'll gently bow forward with gratitude for showing up to the practice today. Namaste. Thank you, friends, for being here with us today and joining. And if there's any question, please feel free to reach out and send through the messages. And I hope you have a beautiful evening, beautiful afternoon, wherever you are, and enjoying this transitioning of the cycle going into the fullest tonight and tomorrow morning. This is a beautiful time to really sit still and to manifest your calling to your heart space. So I hope you enjoy your practice today, and my name is Koko, and I hope to see you again soon. Lots of love.